We did it. We did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next president of the United States.
Joe Biden did it.
And the country been fucked up ever since. Next! What happened to all the celebrities that was celebrating Joe Biden victory? Where they ass at now?
Yeah. Oh my God. You guys, I wanted to say thank you so much to everybody that fucking voted.
First of all, is Billie Eilish a man or a woman? Because I don't want to call it a bitch and be calling it the wrong pronoun.
I will always remember where I was when I heard the news. I was sitting in front of the TV like I had been 24 hours a day for the past 5 days.
And I remember where I was when I first saw your show. Wait a minute, nigga, I never saw your show. Next!
We're so excited. America spoke. We won. We won.
Did you really?
The people spoke. We showed up. We showed out. Woo-hoo! I'm so proud of our people.
And how is that shit working out?
People were dancing in the streets like Ewoks after they blew up the Death Star.
And now they ass is mad like they ass just got hit with child support. Next! What happened to all the celebrities that was partying in the streets when Donald Trump lost and Joe Biden win?
He's our next president.
I have to say, even I'm surprised at just how relieved I am that we don't have to suffer through another 4 years of Donald Trump, the single most annoying human being on the face of the earth.
Darth Tax Evader has been toppled.
Late night TV was real happy to see the big bad racists gone out the White House, and fake news was even crying about a Joe Biden win with Joe Biden racist ass.
Well, it's easier to be a parent this morning.
Now, I've adopted the attitude of the great Negro at the time, pitcher in the Negro leagues.
It's easier to be a dad. It's easier to tell your kids character matters.
Questions on inflation then?
Let's move. Thank you. Thank you
Do
all.
you think inflation is a political liability?
It matters.
It's a great asset. More inflation.
Telling the truth matters.
The science is saying now that masks work, masks make a difference.
Being a good person matters.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
So Joe Biden is a racist and a disrespectful son of a bitch. Next! What happened to all the celebrities that convinced your ass to vote Joe Biden and Kamala Harris?
Fuck! This is unbelievable. I am so happy. I am through the roof, and I wanted to say thank you to everybody that changed their mind or just, you know, got out there and fucking voted, even if you voted for the first time.
If you did vote for the first time and you did vote for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, your ass contributed to fucking up the country. My boy Randy K gave me the stickers to put on niggas' gas tanks, to point at niggas' gas tanks and the prices and say, Joe Biden did that. And Randy K also gave me this bomb ass pipe, you know what I'm saying, for my medicine. Make me look like Sherlock Black around this motherfucker. I can't do it on here, but I'll do it later. This shit is heavy. Next!
He's not going to win this. Even he knows that, but he also can't admit he lost because he's a poorly raised little monster who was born a millionaire. But every other losing candidate for president found it within themselves to concede.
Joe Biden should not concede under any circumstances because I think this is going to drag out, and eventually I do believe he will win if we don't give an inch and if we are as focused and relentless as the other side is.
So Hillary Clinton never convinced Joe Biden, if his ass lost, to not concede. And Hillary Clinton never not conceded her damn self.
But I could say we can wait a little longer, can't we? They're still counting votes, and every vote should count.
That don't sound like her ass is conceding to me.
Several states are too close to call, so we're not going to have anything more to say tonight.
But tomorrow we're going to say Russia rigged the election. Next!
So excited. Goodness won. That's who won. Goodness, not Biden. Goodness.
You say goodness won, I say racism won.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Potatoes and tomatoes. You can't compare the two.
After the good news was announced, President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Harris took to the stage in Delaware. First up was Kamala Harris. This is a big deal. Harris is the first female vice president, the first black vice president.
Nigga, what?
The first South Asian vice president.
That was more like it.
The first vice president to pull off a kick-ass all-white power suit.
And an all-white husband to go with it.
Though to be fair, for Trump, every suit is a white power suit.
Wow, that was a low blow. If that was the case, Kamala Harris' white suit should be semen resistant. Next! Late night TV had a ball hating on Donald Trump every night.
Even if you put aside everything else about him, the racism, venality, cruelty, corruption, mendacity, vindictiveness, and flagrant disregard for any life other than his own, he is still just a world historically irritating man.
And Joe Biden is just lovable.
4 years, Americans can exhale. Unless you're near other people, then please don't, because of the pandemic.
Barack Obama led the in the pandemic that occurred.
I wonder why late night TV and fake news never talk about that.
Processing a loss like this is going to take time. I mean, this is the first time he's ever failed at anything besides his casinos, his airline, his mortgage, Trump Steaks, Trump University, Trump Magazine, Donald Jr., Eric, etc.
And Joe Biden is just full of success. Next! Well, America don't think so.
Election year, do you approve of President Biden's job performance? Well, look at how bad these numbers are for the president. Only 4 in 10 Americans, 41% at the moment, approve of his job performance.
What about his speech performance?
I looked at it anyway. The next president who starts tweeting should anyway.
How he can't finish a damn sentence he started. But Donald Trump was the idiot.
Never a good sign when the majority of Americans react to you losing your job the way they did to us getting bin Laden.
And it's never a good sign when liberals celebrate Joe Biden like Joe Biden was the next coming of baby Jesus.
And I'm so excited.
Bitch, for what?
I'm hopeful, and I'm happy, and I'm proud.
Bitch of who? Joe Biden?
Nearly 6 in 10, 58% disapprove. That's a tough number early in a midterm election year for the president of the United States.
All the celebrities was crying then. They're probably laughing now that Donald Trump is out of office because now they ass is rich.
They keep saying give him time, and we will give him time. He has until January 19th, then he's out.
And that's when the bullshit came in. And the people that voted for Joe is just as confused as Joe is.
Time's up. My time is up. Keep the plan you have.
Thank you, Vice President Biden. Senator Sanders, 45 seconds for response.
Because we don't need Joe Biden to say nothing stupid. We're already preparing him for a run to the White House because he's more of a puppet than you sons of bitches. Next!
Don't let anybody tell you your voice does not matter, that your vote does not matter. It was so close, and it's because of you guys fucking pushing through.
You push through for somebody who can barely push through a damn sentence.
We gotta, it's just, but you gotta, we gotta reassure, look, here, my message.
Your message is just as confusing as the chest hairs that grow back on my baby mama chest. Them sons of bitches grow back fast.
Now, why is this happening? This is fascinating. We asked people, what has President Biden done for you that you approve of? 56% of Americans, nearly 6 in 10 Americans, that means a decent amount of Democrats said nothing.
Not a motherfucking thing, including killing the virus.
I'm not going to shut down the economy. I'm not going to shut down the country, but I'm going to shut down the virus. I'm going to shut down the virus. I'm going to shut down the virus. I will take care of this. I will end this. I'm going to shut down the virus. Once we shut down the virus, I'll shut down the virus. I'm going to shut down the virus. What I would say is I'm going to shut down the virus. I'm going to shut down the virus. I'm going to shut down the virus. 220,000 Americans dead. You hear nothing else I say tonight. Hear this. Anyone who's responsible for that many deaths should not remain as President of the United States of America.
Well, nigga, go ahead and give your 2-week notice because ain't nobody benefiting from you. Your ass is showing hell ain't killing no virus. Next!
56% of Americans say nothing. They disapprove of everything that has happened so far.
That's like getting a report card from a mentally challenged kid that was taking a test in an advancement class. You know, all the grades gonna come back fucked up.
They disapprove of everything that has happened.
Damn, even CNN is rubbing Joe Biden low job performance in. Ain't that a bitch?
Now, yes, the president would say, we passed the rescue plan. We passed the bipartisan infrastructure plan. It is not sinking in out in America.
And that's why his ass don't talk about it as a victory, because it ain't one. At least to the American people, it ain't.
Look at this. 75% of Americans say they are burned out. 60% say they are angry. 58% say they are worried.
And Joe Biden ran on bringing the country back to normal. What normal?
I'm going to ask the public for 100 days to mask. Just 100 days to mask. Not forever, 100 days.
The new normal, because evidently Joe Biden can't count.
And I think we'll see a significant reduction if we occur that, and that occurs with vaccinations and masking to drive down the numbers considerably.
Or Joe Biden don't know any damn science. Next!
Half, 49%, say they're confused. 47% do say they're optimistic. So as the numbers come down, maybe the president can turn this dynamic.
Then again, maybe not.
But right now, you just have a burned out, angry country.
And the country wasn't even this angry under Donald Trump. And he was supposed to be the big bad racist.
2% of Americans disapprove of the president's handling of the economy because they are paying more at the grocery store and at the pump every day.
But Joe Biden talk about that like it's a good thing.
I think it was back in July, you said inflation was going to be temporary. I think a lot of Americans are wondering what your definition of temporary is.
The same as his definition of 100 days.
Well, you're being a wise guy with me a little bit, and I understand that's your job.
And your ass ignoring the question. Next! We understand that is your job.
Look at this in the midterm election year. Do you have a lot of confidence in President Biden's ability to deal with the economy, right? In March, 67% of Democrats did. In his own party, that is down to 44%.
From over half of the party support to under half of the party support in less than a damn year.
Independents, those who have confidence in his ability on the economy, has dropped from 20 to 10. Republicans were never on board, but this number right here, this in a midterm election year, when your own party is starting to have doubts about issue number one, that's a warning sign.
And a sign that your ass is not going to be the pick for 2024. You are Kamala.
One of the things I found about this job is that I tend to reflect back the national tone, and that tone comes from the top. The president's only emotions are angry, look at me, and I'm angry, you're not looking at me.
And Joe Biden's is, I can't talk right now, or I might get in trouble. Or I told him, but I didn't really tell him.
Have you told him that?
Yes.
You've told him that you know, Americans will be a line that they can't cross?
And nigga, did you say it to his face?
Well, I didn't have to tell him that. I've spoken about that. He knows that.
Well, the nigga definitely don't act like it. Next! Donald Trump never had a problem with Vladimir.
And because he was the only thing we were focused on for the last 4 years. And this is entirely my responsibility. I've done harsher jokes than I've ever done in my entire life.
This could go crazy quickly.
On the subject of American citizens, I have to draw your attention to that Army report, an investigative report that's come out about the lead up to the withdrawal from Afghanistan. It interviewed many military officials and officers who said the administration ignored the handwriting on the wall.
Or erased the damn handwriting on the wall.
Another described trying to get folks in the embassy ready to evacuate, encountering people who were essentially in denial of this situation.
Your ass is in denial, Joe Biden.
Does any of that ring true to you?
No.
Are you lying or you just can't remember the shit?
No. That's not what I was told.
Well, what was you told?
And there was no way we were ever going to unite Ukraine. I mean, excuse me, Iraq, Afghanistan.
Nigga, now I'm confused. Pick one of the three. Next! This was the liberals' great white hype.
It feels like America is, what's the word? great again.
Yeah, for the rich, but it's fucked up for the poor. Next! Especially when we are the ones being lied to.
Fully vaccinated, you no longer need to wear
face condoms.
Let me repeat. If you are fully
Trump juice,
you no longer need to wear
face condoms. Next! What happened to all them celebrities that convinced you sons of bitches to help fuck up America? Not only fucking up America with Joe, but with Kamala Harris too.
See a black woman in the White House.
On one side, members of Harris's inner circle who believe she's being sidelined and set up to fail instead of being positioned to be a future president.
No, I don't believe I'm being set up to fail.
Everyone's celebrating out there, and I hope y'all are celebrating too.
Well, if they was then, they ass can't now because they can't afford it. Literally.
It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, bitch, if you can afford to go outside. Next! The liberals and the celebrities was happy that they selected somebody who couldn't even finish a damn sentence.
Do you plan to visit the border?
Not today. But I have before, and I'm sure I will again.
Oh, bitch, Mexico is still waiting. Well, bitch, Mexico is still waiting. Next!
This is a very special day.
Yeah, for immigrants.
This whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
The point is, your ass is the border czar. You supposed to know what's going on the border.
It's a day where a lot of people who have felt like we were living in a state of terror and aggression all the time.
Wait a minute, have you been outside lately? You can get your ass assaulted, robbed, and raped. It's been a year of robbing, raping, assaulting, and your ass ain't spoke up on none of it yet.
Inflation, the worst in 30 years. Are you going to do to fix this problem with inflation?
All right, thank you. Well, let's start with this. Prices have gone up.
No shit, Shirley. Damn, she is an example of a real educated woman.
That it's over. You can feel warm now.
But you bet not use your heater, because if you do, it costs extra now.
And families and individuals are dealing with the realities of that bread costs more, that gas costs more.
And the fact that you are an idiot is getting exposed more too.
Out, we let our voices be heard. The most voters in the history of all time. That's when you know America said, we are tired. We want more. We want better.
How did that work out, Sierra?
Insiders reveal for the first time tension and frustration behind the scenes between Vice President Kamala Harris and the White House. The accounts come from nearly 3 dozen current and former Harris Aides administration officials, Democratic operatives, donors, and outside advisors who spoke to CNN about the complex reality inside the White House.
If the people that work in her administration don't like her, what in the hell you think America feel about the whole? Next! Because whatever happened to all of her promises?
The 500 million tests that have been ordered that are going to be sent to every American, do we know when those are going out?
Shortly.
You said that 2 months ago.
Though they're going to go out shortly.
Next
They've been
week, or-
ordered. They've been ordered. I have to look at the current information. I think it's going to be by next week, but soon.
What in the hell? They on layaway?
Absolutely soon, and it is a matter of urgency for us.
Well, I would hate to see if it was important.
Should we have done that sooner?
We are doing it.
But should we have done it sooner?
We are doing it.
It still haven't gotten done yet. Next! The celebrities that was crying is now laughing at your dumb ass for picking Joe and Kamala.
And I believe in this. I'm excited about this time. The first woman vice president in the House, the White House, and she's also a woman of color.
Yeah, bitch, but what color?
Is the fact that you're a woman and the fact that you are a minority in this office part of why there is such scrutiny?
I'll leave that for others to deal with it.
Well, the administration said it's you, ho. Next! You should be ashamed if you voted for Harris Biden, not Biden Harris. Well, the administration said it's you, ho. Next! You should be ashamed if you voted for Harris-Biden, not Biden-Harris.
I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
Well, take the cognitive test that Donald Trump took and aced.
All men and women created by you know the thing.
That shit is just sad.
My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democrat. 3-0 and help me. Go to Joe 30330 and help me. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Okay.
Joe Biden don't need a cognitive test. Joe Biden need a resting home. Shout out to the executive producer, Miss Beth Roberts. Happy birthday to you. Also, shout out to Tom. Hopefully you're satisfied with a couple of videos today, Tom. Also, shout out to my boy, James Touche, and the one and only Maisha Greenwood.